Listen, this is The Social, so be sure to join in on this conversation with us online. We're going to dive in with our first topic. If you were online this weekend, Elon Musk announced a crackdown on Twitter accounts impersonating him or actually anyone else on the platform. The company's new chief executive officer, he calls himself the Chief Twit. He warned that any handles engaging in impersonation without clearly specifying that they are parody will be permanently suspended. Okay, so this warning came after some famous users like Kathy Griffin, Sarah Silverman, Valerie Bertinelli. They switched their profile names to read Elon Musk. And they did that. Ooh, naughty. Naughty ladies. They did that in an attempt to illustrate the flaws in the platform's new paid verification system. By Sunday night, though, Kathy Griffin's account, it had actually been suspended. Okay, so he's following through on the idea of suspension. Okay, so reaction to this latest Twitter news, Jess.
Well, doesn't this kind of feel like a parody playing out in real time, but kind of one with like scary consequences? This is like a billionaire who says he wants to return free speech and make comedy legal again. He tweeted that a couple days ago. Make comedy legal again on this platform, presumably because he felt it was being restricted because of, anti-hate speech and so on, rules and regulations. And then as soon as people start making the comedy, he turns into a dictator and bans it because he's the butt of the joke. You know what I mean? This guy cannot take a joke. And they were clever jokes. I think, and the scary part is that he has a great deal of power, and he's like a kid in a playground, just being like, nah, I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do.
Yeah. He seems in over his head.
Yeah.
Like, the thing is that I keep hearing is people are saying, like, there was a former Twitter executive who said that he doesn't know what he's doing and he's making everyone alarmed. I just feel like we were saying this last week. He doesn't really, I don't think he knew what he was getting into. And I think that, right now, I don't even know. We all have verified check marks.
Yeah.
What's happening with that? Like,
you got an email?
No, I haven't got an email. We're not important enough. Like, he's probably going for
because he says he's going to take away these blue check marks. So I'm thinking about take away my blue check mark. That's sort of like a sign to tap out of this platform of which I'm only an observer. I don't participate in Twitter anymore, but I enjoy the observing part. And I almost want to write a eulogy for my Twitter account. Just this is going to be it. And right before I go out, I just want to tweet all my saved drafts that I've been too chicken to sort of send out because I don't want anyone to be mad at me. Oh yeah, well guess what? Publish, and then bye-bye.
Yeah.
Just blow it up.
I love that idea.
Thank you.
I support it. Maybe. But I will say the reason why none of us have received an email yet is because internally, a lot of people said to Elon, the people he hasn't fired yet, said to him, we think this could be a problem ahead of the U.S. midterm elections. You need to wait until after tomorrow. So apparently none of us will be getting an email to say you got to pay up $8 a month now if you want to keep that blue check mark until after tomorrow's U.S. midterm elections. And the reason why that is significant, at least to me, is because there's been enough worry that so much disinformation has been floating around in the United States, not just this year, for years, the reason why Donald Trump is not on the platform. And so people internally are like, we could really mess up democracy if we let this cat out of the bag. All of a sudden, who knows who's going to be impersonating Joe Biden?
Yeah.
Maybe someone's going to start impersonating Barack Obama.
But he also fired all the people on Twitter who monitor disinformation.
Have you heard today the latest? There's many emails going out because he has rehired.
Has he?
Dozens of people that he just fired Friday because he realized, they do have an important job here.
Oh, thank goodness.
So, all of this to say, he has no idea what he's doing.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Zero idea.
And I think that while he tries to figure out what he's doing, again, to Jess's point, a lot of people are trying to figure out if they want to keep Twitter. I've been thinking seriously about it. I don't use it that much anymore. Like you, I use it as an observational tool. I want to see what other people are saying, but I don't really tweet. And so this weekend, I actually did what a lot of people did. I mean, as many as 100,000 people this weekend left Twitter and went to Mastodon. And so this is another social media platform that has been around for 6 years. So you will start to hear conversations about Mastodon. So I spent a little while this weekend figuring out, it's a little bit more complicated. So it's too complicated for me to explain here, but there are multiple servers that you hop between.
Do you want another thing like this in your life?
Well, I'll say this. I think one of the reasons why Twitter was attractive at the beginning and then became so complicated and did all the nasty things it did is because it enabled laziness.
Yeah.
All you had to do was read things that were one sentence long instead of reading things that are longer, or at least putting effort into your communication. We've always said, think before you tweet. Look at your drafts.
Yeah.
Right? And you need to put some work into it.
It's true.
And so Mastodon requires more work. It actually requires you to, when you try to, and listen, I'm really at the beginning stages, it still confuses me, but at least it requires some effort to communicate.
So basically, all the dummies will be left on Twitter, all the lazy dummies, and anyone, is that
I don't know.
I'm just being honest.
I just would like to
restore.
restore, as I said last week, I would like to restore some effort into our communications through social media. And if that means taking a little bit more time to jump between conversations and think about those conversations and reading longer articles, I would like to see that happen. I don't know if we're going to do that anymore, though. I mean, maybe our brains are already fried.
Yeah, might be too late. Might be.
All right.
Hey there! Wasn't that great? Do you know where you can find some equally good content? Our YouTube page. It's filled with discussions, debates, and some laughs. Head there now, like and subscribe.